Hello everyone, I've just watched the entire EA press conference and I will probably be making a video about Mass Effect and Star Wars Battlefront as well, but this one is about Star Wars The Old Republic and the announcement of Knights of the Fallen Empire. Okay, so first, it seems that they've watched my top 5 worst about the Old Republic video, and there I said that my top 1 worst thing about the game is that they have gradually been abandoning the story, and apparently they've listened and they vow to return to their roots, to focus primarily on story and have this super long plan of releasing, I believe it's 16 chapters of this new, is it like an expansion released in parts, I suppose? So yeah, they showed the trailer, which is a CGI trailer. It's not like top of the line CGI, but it's pretty good. There's a Twi'lek that kind of reminded me of Sidonia, but it's not her and she gets killed, so never mind. But yeah, the expansion promises to make our dreams come true, basically. I give them credit for having the balls to announce something that big and that ambitious. There is this page here on their official website which is not completely updated, like the characters here are not yet visible, not all of them at least the pictures. It promises, like I said, 16 chapters to be released. It promises the return of personalized storylines for each class. They promise more companion interactions with old and new companions. They mentioned something about betrayal. First thing that came to mind was, of course, the Malavite Quinn debacle, but I don't think we'll have the chance to go back to that, and who knows. But things that they have pretty much forsaken, like personalized story and companion story. I mean, we're at the point where you can romance a companion and they won't react at all if you flirt with others. So two things that they've pretty much forsaken, like I said, they are going back to, and it really sounds awesome. Like, I don't want to get too hyped about it. If it is what they promise it's gonna be, then I will praise the hell out of it. But for now, I'm advising you as well to kind of hold your hype to reasonable levels. We have to see what this story is actually going to be. We have to see how long these chapters are going to be. It will be free to subscribers. That's interesting. Now, all of the previous expansions have not been free to subscribers, so I wonder whether or not it's going to be a very substantial chunk of content. I assume it will probably be anywhere in the SWTOR realm when it comes to amount of story per chapter. And if that is the case, considering that the story is going to be unique or mostly unique to each class, then I'm perfectly fine with that. However, if it's just little flavor stuff that's going to be unique to different classes, then I'm not so sure. You can see over here there is the subscriber bonuses. If you're subscribed by July 31st, you're going to get a new companion. It's the trailer. It's the smuggler from the Return trailer. It was pretty badass. By August 31st, you'll get his blasters. By September the 30th, you'll get his coat. And I believe both the blasters and the coat are usable on yourself, so it's not just companion gear. Then a KOTOR swoop bike, KOTOR themed, I should say, swoop bike is coming if you're subscribed by October the 19th. And through all of this period, the subscription gives you early access, 7 days early access to the new content. Here are the chapters. There are 16 chapters. 11 of them have their names already announced. I don't believe they say how often these chapters are gonna come out. I don't want to rush them or anything. There are some screenshots down here. Curious concept art of Lana Beniko with 2 sabers, a trooper armor I must have, and some other things. Now, what I think about it from a story perspective, we don't know much as it is. My biggest question was, what about the story that's been going on up until this point? Apparently in this expansion, a new faction is being introduced, a faction that aims to conquer the galaxy, it seems, both Republic and Empire. The thing is, from the release of the game, the major plotline has obviously been about the Emperor, going through 2 of the main class storylines, the Sith Warrior and the Jedi Knight. All the little subplots with Revan, with the Dread Masters, with the introduction of Theron Shan, the bigger and bigger involvement of Satil Shan, Darth Mar. You know, now that the Emperor has finally returned, he's gained more power, he's destroyed Zyos, and we are left at this large cliffhanger as we speak, because next thing you know, the Emperor might be destroying Coruscant, who knows. So we are at this peak now of basically us against the Emperor, and all of a sudden the story seems to be making a complete 180 turn, and this new faction is introduced with this other Emperor, who I think these are his children, twin children, and he seems to be commanding them to conquer new worlds and new factions and whatnot for him. And it's a curious thing how the guy who's dressed in black is, well, I don't really want to call him the good guy, since he's clearly murdering people by the orders of his father, but the more balanced guy, I suppose. And the guy in white is the crazier and the feisty one. He clearly disagrees with his father, he blasts the hollow here. If you look at Lana Beniko's character description, I suppose, they say the Sith Empire and the Galactic Republic have fallen. We are pretty far away from falling right now, so I really hope there is something in between, like something major in between this expansion and current events. Like maybe we'll have a big battle against the Emperor and we'll defeat him, but he'll annihilate so much of us, both Republic and Empire, that we won't be able to stand against these, what are they called? Eternal Empire, I believe? The Empire of Zakul. Zakul sounds so StarCrafty. Yeah, the Eternal Empire that wants to conquer the galaxy. So yeah, I'm very curious how we'll transition from the Emperor who wants to destroy the galaxy to all of a sudden these guys wanting to conquer us, and to Republican Empire being defeated, because we're nowhere near being defeated as we stand. So I do hope that we get to see and participate in the events that actually lead to that fall, and not just, sit one day and see an expansion that just summarize how these guys attacked us and we're all destroyed and our characters are the one last hope. You can't all of a sudden throw these people and just wreck everything and completely turn away from events that have been building up since the release of the game. So yeah, I suppose that's my main concern about the story, how they're gonna handle this huge reversal from the Emperor arc to these guys' arc. But I suppose we'll have to wait and see. I'm certainly gonna be subscribed to the game. I have to admit that I've been slowly losing interest in the Old Republic, and the dog of the neighbors concurs. It's been taking part in most of our streams, as you probably know. But seriously, more than anyone, I want something that will really revitalize my desire to play this game. So I shall be leveling up at least one of each class to level 60 to be ready to kick off this new story in the first chapter. The first chapter is going to be called... where's the name? There it is. Choices that... no, that's not the chapter. That's the... whatever. The Hunt. So that was basically it. Like I said, my main concern is how are we going to transition from, the Republic being all pumped up to fight the Empire and the Emperor, and the Empire being all pumped up to fight the Emperor mainly. And we have Darth Maul on one side, Satele Shan on the other side, and the Emperor against all of us. And from that, how are we going to transition to this whole Republic and Empire destroyed and these guys are wrecking us from somewhere? And I also, of course, I want to see the meat of things, what this story is actually going to be, because that's the most important question we have to ask ourselves. How good the quality of the story is really going to be. If it's good and if it's a decent amount and released regularly, then it really is what I dream of. So good luck, BioWare. I hope they cancelled the development of Shadow Realms for a good reason, to really revitalize this game, because it definitely needs revitalizing. Okay, that was all from me, fresh off of the EA press conference. Thank you very much for watching, share your thoughts, and until next video, stay tuned and be good.